there, senior high school learners! Welcome back! I'm Sir John, your teacher for today's episode. I am here to help you master the key concepts on function, specifically on evaluating function. Gentle reminders, do not forget your paper and pen to write your solutions later on. Are you now ready? Alright, what you need to know. After this lesson, you should be able to substitute values in a function and evaluate a function. What's in? Before we dig deeper about evaluation of function, let's recall our first lesson on function. Function can be related to this object. What do you call this object? That is right. This is a machine, a function machine. Why? A function is like a machine that relates an input into our output. Example, we have here a mango fruit. This is your input. Then, let's put this inside the machine. The machine will process our input. To have our output, here our output is a mango ice candy. This is our function machine, from the input relating it to the output. Because remember, a function is a special type of relation. Now, what's inside this machine? For us to understand why our input is related to our output. So let's get inside. Oh, this is what inside the machine. Looking around it, you can see rules. That's why when an input gets inside the machine, it follows a certain rule and it gets out as an output. I repeat, input gets in, follows a rule, and gets out as an output. Remember that? Remember our function machine to recall the meaning of functions. To better understand how function machine works, let's have this activity and try to predict the output based on the given rule and input.
What's the output if the input is 3? 9. How about 2? It's 7. How about 0? It's 3. How about -1? It's 1. How about 3? 2. How about 7? Is still 2. How about -4? Is still 2. -2? It's 4. How about 5? It's 25. How about -3? It's 9.
How many did you get? Congratulations for getting many correct answers. If you didn't, do not worry because I'm sure after this session, you will get more. Looking back on the activity, what can you observe on the given rules? Alright, we have different rules and these rules are our functions. So how do we write and read a function? You can write it using this function notation. And you can read it as f of x is equal to the given. Again, that is f of x is equal to the given. Very good. So another way of writing that is we can also use g of x, h of x, and any other letters in the alphabet. So let's have an example. You read it as f of x is equal to 3x plus 5. One more time. That is f of x is equal to 3x plus 5. Good job! Now you can rewrite that in this form. That is y is equal to 3x plus 5. Notice f of x and y. I mentioned that you can rewrite this, right? Meaning f of x, you can rewrite it as y because f of x notation is another way of writing the y value, which means these two are considered equivalent notation. Now let's go back with our given. F of x is equal to 3x plus 5. Here, x stands for the input, and this would be our output, the 3x plus 5. What's new? How to evaluate functions. Let's have this. The given is evaluate f of x is equal to 2x plus 6 if x is equal to 3. I repeat, you are going to evaluate f of x is equal to 2x plus 6 if x is equal to 3. Another way of presenting the question, if you're asked to evaluate a certain function, is like this. Find if f of x is equal to 2x plus 6. So, if you encounter the question or this statement, it means the same thing. Why? Because f of 3 means the x value is equal to 3, which is similar to this. So I repeat, this is another way of presenting this. Alright, so how do we evaluate this function? Let's see the steps. First, copy the given. Meaning, you need to copy f of x is equal to 2x plus 6. Second step, replace x with 3. So, we will now be having f of 3 is equal to 2 times 3 plus 6. Third step, perform the operations. So, we will perform 2 times 3 plus 6. So 2 times 3 would be equal to 6, then copy plus 6. Then lastly, perform the remaining operations and write the final answer. So we have 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. So our final answer is f of 3 is equal to 12. Okay, let's have another. Evaluate f of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 4 when x is equal to 2. So what's the first step? Very good! Copy the given. So what will be our given? That is right. So we have f of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 4. How about our second step? You're right. Replace x with 2. So we will now be having, f of 2 is equal to 2 squared plus 3 times 2 minus 4. What is our third step? Correct. Perform operations. So we will now be having 2 squared is equal to 4. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. And copy minus 4. So we have now f of 2 is equal to 4 plus 6 minus 4. And finally, the last step we have the final answer. So let's perform the remaining. So we have 4 plus 6 is 10 minus 4 is 6. So we have f of 2 is equal to 6. Good job! Okay, this time it's your turn. So evaluate f of x is equal to x squared minus 1 when x is equal to 5. Choices: f of 5 is equal to 9. F of 5 is equal to 24. F of 5 is equal to 26. And f of 5 is equal to 10. So what's your answer? Very good! F of 5 is equal to 24. So how did you get your answer? Alright, let's see the steps on your solution. So evaluate f of x is equal to x squared minus 1 when x is equal to 5. So first step is, alright, copy the given. So we have f of x is equal to x squared minus 1. How about second step? Good. Replace x with 5. So we have now f of 5 is equal to 5 squared minus 1. And the third step is perform operations. So we have now 5 squared is 25. Then copy minus 1 to have f of 5 is equal to 25 minus 1. And the final answer is 25 minus 1 is equal to 24. So f of 5 is equal to 24. Okay, let's have the other. Evaluate f of x is equal to 1 plus 3x plus x squared when x is equal to 1. Choices: f of 1 is equal to 3. F of 1 is equal to 2. F of 1 is equal to 4. And f of 1 is equal to 5. What is your answer? Very good. It's f of 1 is equal to 5. So let's look on the solution. Evaluate f of x is equal to 1 plus 3x plus x squared when x is equal to 1. So our first step is copy the given. So we have f of x is equal to 1 plus 3x plus x squared. Second step, replace x with 1. So we have f of 1 is equal to 1 plus 3 times 1 plus 1 squared. And the third step, perform operations. So we have now f of 1 is equal to 1 plus 3 plus 1. And our final answer is f of 1 is equal to 5. Okay, now this time, you evaluate f of x is equal to x squared minus 5 if x is equal to negative 3. Now, we have two solutions. We have solution A and solution B. I want you to identify the correct solution. able to get it? The correct answer here is letter B. That is right. What is that? Observe this part of the solution. What makes A different from B or B different from A? That would be this, with the presence of a parenthesis. It is indeed a simple yet a powerful symbol in mathematics that can make a big difference. Why? Let's compare and let's focus on the solution, letter A. So looking on it, class, there is no parenthesis, meaning you only square 3. So that's why we have negative 3 square minus 5 means you only square 3. So we have square of 3 is 9. So we have now negative 9 minus 5. Comparing it to B, negative 3 is inside the parenthesis, meaning you square negative 3. So what is negative 3 squared? That will be positive 9. So we have 9 minus 5. That's why in letter A, negative 9 minus 5 is negative 14. While in B, 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. Did you understand? Alright. What's more? Find f of x plus 1 if f of x is equal to 3x plus 4. Okay, so what is our first step? Copy the given. So we have now f of x is equal to 3x plus 4. How about our second step? Alright, you replace x with x plus 1. So what will be our answer? Okay, so we will be having f of x plus 1 is equal to 3 times the quantity x plus 1 plus 4. Very good. And the third step, perform operations. So we have now, since 3 is multiplied to x plus 1, then we use the distributive property of multiplication, meaning you distribute 3 in multiplying to x and 1. So we have 3 times x is 3x and 3 times positive 1 is positive 3. So we have now 3x plus 3 and copy plus 4. And lastly, perform the remaining operations and write the answer. So we have now here 3x plus 3 plus 4, which is equivalent to 3x plus 7. Congratulations! Job well done! Okay, this time it's your turn. Evaluate f of x is equal to x minus 5 if x is equal to a minus 1. Choices: f of a minus 1 is equal to a plus 6. f of a minus 1 is equal to a minus 6. f of a minus 1 is equal to a minus 4. And lastly, f of a minus 1 is equal to a plus 4. What is your answer? Alright, the answer is f of a minus 1 is equal to a minus 6. Very good! So let's show the solution. So first step, copy the given. So we have f of x is equal to x minus 5. Second step, we replace x with a minus 1. So we have, alright, f of a minus 1 is equal to a minus 1 minus 5. And the next one, perform operations. So we have a minus 1 minus 5 is equivalent to our final answer, a minus 6. So f of a minus 1 is equal to a minus 6. Very good. Okay, class. Have you understood the lesson? Alright. If yes, what is again our steps? What is the first step? Very good. Copy the given. How about second step? You're right. Replace x with the given value of x. How about third step? Okay. Perform operations. And the last step? Write the final answer. This time, let's assess your understanding on the lesson. I prepared a 5 items activity to check whether you really understood the lesson. Good luck!
What's the output when you input 3? 6, negative 6, 0, or 3? Very good, it's 0. How about 5? 9, 20, 1, or negative 1? Correct, it's 20. How about 1? 2, 1, 0, or negative 1? Correct, it's 1. How about 4? 16, 15, 7, or 8? You're right, it's 15. How about 1? 2, 1, x, or 2x? Very good, it's 2.
Alright! It seems that you enjoyed the assessment. Did you get 5? Congratulations! Job well done! If you get 4, it's just okay. But if you get 3 and below, just go back with our session and focus again. And I hope and I'm sure that you will get also 5 like the other. Have you enjoyed our class? Alright. So before we end this session, I would like you to remember the following. What you need to remember. First, the classic way of writing a function is f of x is equal to the given. Second, to evaluate a function is to replace or substitute its variables with a given number of expressions. Third, it is recommended putting the substitute value inside the parentheses so you don't make mistakes. Fourth, what are the steps in evaluating functions? First, copy the given. Second, replace x with the given value of x. And third, perform operations. And lastly, fourth, write the final answer. Remember class, that you need to be patient in following the step-by-step process so that you can get the final answer correctly. Remember, patience is a virtue. Like today's pandemic, you need to follow the step-by-step protocols so that we will be able to fight the COVID-19 virus. Are you okay with that? Very good. What do you think is the importance of studying evaluating function? Evaluating function is very important in real life, especially in business, in schools, in buying, even at home. We use evaluating function because through evaluating function, we could solve things when we are changing the values of x. Example, when you're buying clothes, using evaluating function, you can determine the price of the clothes when you only buy one. How about when you buy many? That is another variable. And of course, using the rule of function in evaluating function, we can compute those. And we can also have many more applications in real life. So I'm sure that this lesson will help and guide you in your day-to-day activity. Okay? That's the end of our session. Thank you for listening. Again, I'm Sir John. Bye-bye!